So I'm doing great. Set the savings target I want to achieve. I can start with 1020 naira. So I could update this, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to look at this later. My maturity date is June 1, 2022. So in the next 2 years, and I started this year, and my interest rate is, if you can see, 15%. So by this time, for the mathematicians in the house, you can calculate by this time 2022, how much money would I have in this saving? Now I can go and view my earnings, see how much they have. So basically anything you save has some earnings. So every day I get 0.08 kobo on my money. I was about to say cents, sorry. So kobo on it. So if you calculate 0.08 times 2 years, you are good to go. So if I wanted to withdraw now, I cannot withdraw until my set maturity date. So that wasn't the plan. So they're telling me that wasn't the plan. But if I want to top up now, of course I can top up. Why not? So I go and I add, let's say I want to add 50 naira to the money. I just choose the payment option, but of course I need a minimum of 100 naira, and I click save now. But you know, the beauty of this thing is I actually have money that is supposed to be ready. I have this money. It's 9 days to maturity. Do you know that when I started saving this money, it was on April 22nd, 2019. My money is supposed to mature in a year's time. This is my interest rate. I paused it. I haven't actually added any money to it, and I have the plan type of fixed investment. I probably should get another color so you can see. Oops, sorry guys. So fixed investment, that's my plan type, and I started with this amount. This was how much I put in the account when I started. I started with 15,000 naira per month. I haven't withdrawn not 1 cent, but I have been able to save up to 16,687. Now if I view my earnings, I'm going to be having 4.73. This is how much I get every day since I established this. They probably don't show the whole thing. I mean, that would be boring. So they show maybe like 2 weeks and things like that. So since I established this saving, this is how much I have earned every day. So this takes a lot of discipline, because I know how many times, you know, last month, I know how many times my sister have called me to take the money out. She's tired. I have this one that is 1,000. What? Sorry, hold on. This is 1,000. This is my sister's actually. So let me use this. This is 1,300 and something days to maturity. See, my maturity date is right there. This is my maturity date, 2023, and I started last year, and I haven't added any money to it. I started with 30,000 naira. So in the space of one year, I have saved this much into my 30,000 naira. I have saved this much. Now is also fixed. So this plan, this is a different plan I have. Again, this one is supposed to mature on my birthday. My birthday is May 11th, so this is maturing this year. And my interest rate on this, if you notice, is low, because it's just the amount I set was small, one. So the money you start with, the length of time that you put it for, all those things influence your interest. Okay, I think I've spoken enough about this. Now if you have any questions, please ask. Actions, let's go to actions. So I could top up my savings, so I could add more money to any of my existing plans. So I'll tap to select the plan, and all my plans will come up, and I add more money to it. That's option 1. I could probably create a new one also. So create a new savings plan. I could pick, we have gone through these already. Now let's talk about investing in mutual funds. If you look at my mutual funds list, I have something. You will see where they wrote, sorry, oops, oh, I didn't know you could show your face, but yes, let's do it with my face. So you could see where they wrote low risk, low risk, low risk, low risk. What does this mean? Who decides that I have to invest in these low risk investments? I did. How? Cowrywise brought up the option of telling me, okay, these are the options that we have, all the funds that we have. And then they brought up something like some kind of assessment thing whereby they did a test to assess if I'm a low risk investor, a high risk investor, a medium risk investor. Based on the options that they brought out, it turned out I was a low risk investor. So they will give you that option as well, and you pick whatever you want and you go with it. So if you look at it, these are the recommended funds. Actually, sorry, these are the recommended funds. So they recommend that I invest here because I'm a low risk investor. But I had already invested in all of these before, and as you can see, some of them are in minus and they are in red. This looks really bad. I think Corona is affecting my earnings, but what can I do? There's nothing I can do right now. But yes, so this looks really bad, but some of them look really good, some look very bad. But I have basically invested in all this. No, I didn't invest in this. I don't invest in high risks. So I invested in, we're going to see my funds actually, what I invested in and what I didn't. So you can use that to judge what you decide to do. But those are all the funds available. So when you look at those funds, you now decide if any of the funds that you want to invest in. I picked my investment based on returns for one. I picked my investment based on the returns available. Let's go back. Let me show you what I mean. I invest in mutual funds. So look at this one that says it has 6.47% annual returns. I definitely picked that one. And then I picked this one that says 7.29. When I started off, right, some of them had higher returns, some had lower returns, some had in between returns. Like there were different returns available, options available to me. I just picked what I thought was best for me, and that's what I worked with. But right now, because of everything that is going on in the stock market, there's some problem with investments, but I haven't even withdrawn any of my investments. I just left them there for when things change. You could choose to withdraw, you could choose. It's basically the opportunities are endless. So you could choose to do whatever it is you want with your own funds. Okay, so we're going back to, let's see, transactions. So all these are transactions that I have made. So it's like they keep you on a leash. I won't say on a leash because, I mean, you have to be disciplined. Discipline is the watchword if you want to save money. So they keep you on, they make you know, okay, this is how much you have, this is how much you have spent. This money here, this is transaction, right? This is all the money that I put in and when I put it in. So 13,000, 30,000, 15,000. So if you calculate all this, if you can decide your choice, pause the video, total all this and see if it makes any sense to you that I am earning as much as I am now. And this is all the investments I have done ever since I started. So this is I named this decade investment because this was when I did at the beginning of the year. So your investments are paid in units and blah blah blah. They're not paid in money. That part you have to understand. So I invested this. So if you look at my withdrawals, this is the only money I have ever withdrawn. And this money was only withdrawn when it matured. I didn't withdraw that money. It matured and then I withdrew the money. Then we're going to stash. We already spoke about stash. This is like my cowrywise bank. That's the way I see it. So it has copied my account number. I can go here and say I'm going to transfer. So I can transfer some of my cash to an investment plan. I can transfer some of my cash to a cowrywise user. I can transfer some of my cash to a new or existing bank account. I can transfer some of my cash to a savings plan. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to practice transferring some of my cash to a cowrywise user. But I'm going to transfer, my money is supposed to mature when? So my money is supposed to mature soon, this amount, right? I already told my sister I will give her some of it. So the balance should be 1,000 something. So I'm going to set off about 500, and I'm going to give 100 naira each to 5 people. The first 5 people who sign up using my referral link, they are going to get extra 100 on top of their 250. And note, the only way your account, you get the referral money attached to it, is if you actually sign up and save. So if you sign up and you don't save, trust me, you are not getting the money. So I hope I remember this, but if I forget, please remind me. I owe 500 to you guys, so that money is already being used up. Let's go back to stash. So that's when I'm going to use my transfer. I've never done it before. I'm going to be doing it for the first time. You can transfer some of your cash to new or existing bank accounts. So you choose a bank account and you transfer your money to it. But you can only transfer money that is in your stash, actually. You cannot transfer money that is not in your stash. So hopefully when I get my money, it's going to be in my stash and I will transfer it to a cowrywise user. Add cash. So you can fund your stash from multiple sources. So I could come by bank transfer and I can just do that. So let's see, what else do we need to know? So this is all the money that I have earned in my stash, basically. Let me press view all so you could all see it. This is it. Redemption, earnings. Oh, I'm going to show you how to get to your referral link. I think that's what's left. How do you refer someone? That's a very important part of this video. I could even request my investment letter. Wow, I didn't know that that option was there. But let's see.